One player takes a piss on the field. Another hooks up with his goalkeeper. These are football players' weirdest pre-game rituals. And how Thibaut Courtois gets ready for games smells up his entire house. See, coming into 2014, he was already one of La Liga's most impenetrable goalkeepers. But that year, he stepped things up to another level. And it didn't take a rocket scientist to figure out something was up. So when Courtois and Atletico Madrid were coming into a heavily anticipated matchup against Real Madrid, Courtois was invited to Sport.be to do an exclusive interview. And the reporter knew he just had to ask the burning question. What was Courtois' secret? And well, that's when Courtois told him that before games, he likes to get a little weird. He told the reporter, before a game, I always go to the bathroom, take a selfie on the toilet, then take a pic of the toilets, and send it to my 4 friends in Belgium. Man, I just hope he flushes first. That's disrespectful. Now, sending pics of you taking a shit, yeah, that's a little weird. But at least his pregame ritual didn't almost kill somebody, like David James's. See, during the 90s and 2000s, it didn't take long for David to become one of the greatest goalkeepers in Premier League history. But it was all thanks to how he spent his weekends preparing for games. Most people clock out, get lit, and enjoy their weekends off. But David, he's built different. This man took his career beyond seriously. And whenever he was out living his everyday life, he lived every single second as if footballs were being flung at him from every direction.
Along with his many strange visualization routines where he would imagine balls being shot at him in day-to-day life and save them, even while driving.
Hold up, you mean to tell me this dude's just driving down the street and diving out his car? That might just be the craziest I ever heard. But to be honest, even that ain't as weird as David Beckham's pregame ritual. Cause before games, he likes to get a little fruity. See, during the early 2000s, Beckham cemented himself as a top 100 player ever. But little did everybody know, he was suffering from something unusual. And if he didn't perform his pregame ritual, he'd literally forget how to play football. And back in 2006, while Beckham was playing for Real Madrid, he was invited to ITV1 for an exclusive interview. And instead of talking about the heavily anticipated World Cup in front of the world, Beckham revealed his problem. It turns out, this man can't even focus on football if he doesn't organize his refrigerator first.
Yeah, if there's like 2 bottles of water and 2 bottles of Coke and 2 bottles of Sprite, if there's an extra can, then I take it out and put it in the cupboard and hide it.
Yup. Before games, Beckham goes in his fridge, counts everything, and if there's an odd number, he loses his mind. He'll literally throw things away on purpose and re-coordinate the entire refrigerator. Then he can play football. Man, just imagine you're playing in the biggest game of your career, and your star player realizes he forgot to throw away an orange, so he just runs home. But as weird as that is, what Sergio Goycochea did, I thought only dogs do. See, back in 1990, Sergio was a substitute for Argentina's national team. And little did he know, he was about to go down in history. Because at the time, yeah, Neri Pumpido was their goalkeeper. But in the group stages of the World Cup, he broke his leg. So it was all up to Sergio to save the day. And Sergio knew, with the spotlight on him in football's biggest stage, this was either gonna make or break his career, so he couldn't risk anything. And during the quarterfinals against Yugoslavia, the matchup came down to a penalty shootout.